Hey guys, as always, thanks for stopping by the Applebee's. So the child sniffer released a whole bunch of bombs yesterday in that press conference. Going to get you updated on all of that right now and let you know kind of an overview of it so you're going to be better informed by the end of this. And there's a few things we need to talk about, so buckle up, here we go. Again, yesterday it all happened, y'all saw it, that should be on your radar, but a lot of y'all have emailed and asked me and hit me on Instagram as well and said, Johnny, give us an overview. So I'm going to push Spicy Friday until tomorrow. I'll get it done over the weekend. There's a lot of fun to do there, but we need to deal with all of this stuff right now. Let's talk about that. Hey, this video is brought to you by CMMG. Y'all know I love them. Massive selection. They run like a scalded dog. And my favorite is that they are gorgeous. Made in the USA with an awesome warranty from the folks in Boonville, Missouri. And I couldn't be happier with the 3 that I own. Pick out yours over at CMMG. Hey, 3 things quickly. Spicy Friday is going to be over the weekend. We will get it done. Also, the P.O. Box is hopping. A bunch of stuff. I'm going to show y'all that stuff on Spicy Friday, so thank y'all for that on the P.O. Box. And the Dare shirts are in up to, I think, 3XL. I think this is a good time for these. Dare to resist. All right, y'all saw the press conference. Even if you missed it, it's exactly what you think it is. It's just a big pile of crap being put out upon Americans, law-abiding citizens. I know folks don't really like when I call us law-abiding citizens. Just give me the leniency to say that. Y'all know what I mean. They won't go after the gangs. They won't go after folks that are criminals. They won't go after any of those. Everything about yesterday was about us and the disarmament of our people. I'm going to go through this, but the end point is what's really, really important. So and I'm not going to be long on this, but I do hope you stick through it until you get to the end. Now, this was not an executive order. It's more like executive actions. A bunch of people were talking executive orders and all this stuff is being pushed through. He let us know, the child sniffer let us know during his campaign, point by point by point, everything that he was planning on doing. Took a long time to make it happen. We're in day like 85 or somewhere there. We're in the 80s. So he released yesterday, these are directives. He is extremely pushing this. Executive actions are more like, hey, y'all need to do this. The president yelling at the Justice Department. So the DOJ is going to be going after several things. First is ghost guns primarily. Y'all don't know this. If you don't know what that is, you can get any time there's a serial number on the part, that is what the gun is. So the lower part, the plastic part of a Glock, that's what the actual part is. You can buy them up to 80% made, 75% made. And let's not go crazy in the comment section. Actually, it's 74%. Just stop all that. You can buy these parts in legally and then drill them out and use these, and they turn into a working Rudy Tooty. And you can use them for your personal use. You can't ever sell them. You can't transfer them. There's nothing you can do with them besides use them for yourself. They're 100% legal. But what Biden said yesterday is that they can't be traced. That's the key phrase. Patton mentioned that over on the Gun Collective. Follow those words. Cannot be traced. That's the ultimate goal, is to trace these things. So he's hollered at the Department of Justice and told them to go after ghost guns and get those things serialized. That, and as far as the ARs as well, those lowers, getting serial numbers onto those lowers. Also, we're going back to the exact same place where we were at a little bit ago with the ATF and the brace thing. So they're wanting to redefine what is a brace, and they're using the Colorado situation, terrible situation, as an example, because one criminal did something. They want all of us to become criminalized as well, and they're using that as an excuse. Never let a crisis go to waste. So we got the ghost guns. Now we also have the brace situation. So he's saying that they're going to be coming out with redefining this and getting more stuff on the books. Ghost guns, braces. Next, sometime in the next 60 days, he has asked the DOJ to release red flag law model, a red flag legislation model. He's not asking for legislation. That doesn't come from the DOJ. That comes from Congress. He's asked for a model. What it is, the DOJ is going to outline red flag stuff, again, for non-offenders, for non-criminals, people that have done nothing. It's like, it was a movie with Tom Cruise where they're looking at pre-crime Minority Report. It's that, pre-crime stuff, red flags. So they're creating a model And he said in the briefing that model would be handed to states, and then states can make their own legislation based on that model. It's more like a recommendation of what they want. Ghost guns, braces, and red flag. Then we get to two other parts, the community violence interventions. We don't know a lot about that, but they're looking at inner city stuff and trying to intervene by writing words on paper in DC, intervening. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be about money. It's going to be about criminalizing the legal folks and disarming us. So community violence interventions, and then also he is wanting to do a new trafficking report. There's not been a trafficking report in 20 years, 21 years. So he wants more research to be done. So basically they can take that research and then write more legislation based on that. And they specifically want to look at online sales and 3D printing. So that's the big 5 as of yesterday. And there's another one hanging out here. He has announced as of yesterday, the child sniffer, that he is recommending David Chipman as the ATF head cheese. Could not be a worse pick. And I'm not being dramatic. I called Jared a while ago and we talked, and I told him that could not be a worse pick. I don't name me a worse one. There's not one. I'm gonna have to deal with that in a completely separate episode because there's a lot there to unpack. Now, he's not named. He is being recommended, and they're gonna have to vote on him. Y'all know how all that stuff goes. So David Chipman, bad situation. That was the 6th one. Now, I said all that to say this. A lot of folks have emailed me, and I hope y'all are still with me. A lot of folks have emailed, Johnny, what do we do? Johnny, oh my gosh, do I need to do X, Y, and Z? Nothing happened yesterday. This was not an executive order. There's no new laws. And yes, I know that an executive order is not a law. You know what I mean. There's no new regulations. Nothing happened. Your life was not affected at all. It is a precursor to what is coming. It's a harbinger of some super, super nasty stuff. I'm not saying yesterday wasn't bad. Yesterday was terrible, but nothing actually happened. It's just a warning of what's coming. He is laying out and saying it. Who knows who's actually doing this? He didn't write any of this. And he also called the ATF the AFT twice yesterday. And I like, how do you have somebody who can't even say the acronym and can't even say the letters making these rules for any of us? I'm torqued up about it. If you can't tell, you should be as well. But I do want to say just very clearly, nothing happened. It's all precursor. There's no new regulations or anything. So your life didn't change at all. And I hope you don't hear me saying, it's okay. No, the sky is falling. We need to be more vigilant than ever. I'm going to be more on it even next week. And I'm watching this stuff super, super carefully. Our country, to anyone that is against us, anyone, from my cold, dead hands. Bye.